You are tuned into the new home for I Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. I Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on I Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yeah. Yes, we are back. IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com, right here live on Fox Sports Radio. Right back in you, man. Saturday morning, it is your host, Eternal. How you doing, brother?
And I am the one and only Coach B. I'm doing good. You know, like you said, we're on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, conversation starts and stops right here.
Man, you know, last week, Coach B had to come through in the clutch, man. He held his boy down.
As always. You know.
Yeah, man, I got struck by something from the devil. I'm talking about, man, like it was something, man. I don't know what was going on out there, but I've since recovered. You know, I'm back in the business, man. It's IE Sportsnet. Great Saturday morning. At the conclusion of this show today, we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters.
Absolutely.
They're going to be live at Citizens Bank, Business Bank Arena.
Should we make someone Harlem shake? You know,
I don't know what shake you were doing over there, but I guess it was Marlon.
Well, last week you were the one that was shit. I felt sorry for you, man.
I was broke up.
I just felt bad, man.
I went home as soon as we left here. I went home and got right back in some sheets.
Yeah, I called you and I didn't hear nothing, man. So it's like I don't know if you hit ignore or if you just didn't want to be bothered. But I think you blocked me out.
Man, I was doing very bad. But no, man, we are back live here. Like I said, man, we do have some tickets, a pair of tickets to give away. Coach B, we have a special show today. What's going on today, man?
We got a really good show, man. I'm excited. You know, we're really getting down into it. We've dedicated ourselves, and we said this year, let's make an effort. We got to get down to that Pomona Chino Valley. So we're really excited. So today we have all the way from Claremont High School. This is a first for us. We've never had anyone on from Claremont. We have Coach Tolliver in the house.
Yes.
So, you know, when he came in, he had some height on him. You know, he looked athletic. He looked like he could still dunk on me.
Yeah.
You know, cross me up, you know.
Exactly.
I know he brought one of his players with him. So I'm really excited to have Claremont basketball. They're having a really, really good year. They're 17-7 overall. So they're having a really, really good year. And like you said, the Globetrotters will be coming. You know, last year we had a chance to go to the game. This is the thing about it, man. Sometimes I wish I was my own son. You know, I mean.
I'm saying, man.
Because we grow up, my kids don't understand. They grew up in a 2-story, 4-bedroom house, manicured lawns. Yeah. When I was a kid, when I was born, I came home to the city called Compton.
Man, tell the truth. You know, I came through to jelly sandwiches, not peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly.
Jelly sandwiches, you know what I mean?
Remember, I told my kids about, speaking of that, man, my kids don't know what a sugar bread
sugar
is.
bread.
They don't know what that is. I told them, I said, you take some butter.
Yep.
You put that sugar right on, and if your mother was really good to you, she'd get you cinnamon.
Yeah, don't take me back there, Coach B.
Right.
That was a very dark place, but you couldn't tell me it wasn't dark then.
Right, exactly. You thought you were living legit.
I thought I was winning, man. Sugar bread, that was like a big deal.
And when we were kids, the Globetrotters were always on TV. And I remember when I was a kid, I always, rest in peace, the Greg Holler got the Easy E on lock. Rest in peace, Eric Wright.
Yeah, Eric Wright.
When I was a kid, I used to love watching the Harlem Globetrotters. I used to watch, remember they on Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, you're about to say they came on the Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters, big deal. So we will have a special guest from the Harlem Globetrotters calling in today.
At the 8:30 mark.
At the 8:30 mark, you guys don't want to miss that. And again, right after that interview, we will be giving away a pair of tickets to a lucky somebody here in the Inland Empire. You guys will get a chance to come out and witness this. Last year we had a great time.
Absolutely.
They're really fan favorites. They do a good job with the fans. Big up to our girl Lisa Carey.
And you know, I was going to say, speaking of Lisa Carey, I don't know how you found her contact. I don't know how you got a hold of her. But you know what? Last year I was 39 years old. I turned 40 last year. I got to thank you, man. My 40 years on earth, not my mama, not my daddy. You were the person who got me into a Harlem Globetrotter show.
Bam.
I appreciate that. And you took my kids, man. I was a little broke up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, that's how we do it, man. You know, we got, and again, we're going to be giving away tickets for the next 2 weeks. I'm really excited to say. So I think we'll be giving away 2 different pair of tickets, I think, each weekend. So I'm really excited about that. Next week here in Riverside is Drum roll.
No. He got the baseball.
Works. That works. Baseball works. You know
Greg Holland's always on lock.
Next week is the Riverside Black History Parade taking place in downtown Riverside. Hopefully we're gonna get IE Sports. I think we'll be out. Which one?
You know what? If I'll look at my calendar, I think I'll be good. Can I get a float? I mean, what can I get?
I said we got to get us an old school or float or something. The only way we're going to do it is if we get an old school up in there. You know what I mean? So, because we got to be on the back waving to the people.
Exactly.
We got to work on our wave a little bit. But, it's going down next weekend, man. So, everybody here in Riverside, San Bernardino, come out.
Give them details on the parade, the route, all the website and all that.
Exactly. So, it is now, the Black History Parade is now presented by Adrian, Dale, and Carmen Roberts Foundation, formerly the Black History Committee. And the parade is going to be happening in downtown Riverside Saturday, February 13th. It starts at 10 o'clock. The parade route starts at RCC, and it goes all the way down to City Hall in Riverside. Again, that's going to be Saturday, February 13th. In the heart of downtown Riverside is the Black History Parade, Expo, and Car Show. It's going to be great.
Good deal, man. That's good stuff, man. So we're going to definitely have to get out there and show the people that IE Sportsnet is real. People sometimes, they don't believe we get out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, hey, it's funny. I was talking to our guy, Coach Anthony, and one of the guys was making a comment. He said, I never see those IE Sportsnet guys. I go, but you always see our product.
Exactly. And my office hours are certain times. You know what I mean?
Can I say?
If you want to get an autograph, I work it in,
Hello.
But IE Sportsnet is bigger than Coach B. It's bigger than Eternal. We make sure we make this happen. We do this for the people of Riverside, San Bernardino County here on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Yes, sir.
Are we ready to take us a quick commercial break?
Yes, we're going to take a commercial break. Again, I want to make sure we let everybody know we are going to be live at the Harlem Globetrotters. It's going to be taking place February 20th at 2 o'clock. It's going to be at the great, really nice facility, Citizens Business Bank Arena, great city of Ontario. You guys want to make sure you come out. And again, we will be having tickets available. Stay tuned today at the 8:30 mark. We will be having one of the Harlem Globetrotters call in live on air. It's going to be great, man.
I'm glad he's not going to be here because I don't need to get dunked on. Right. I don't need any of that. And the tickets that we're going to give away, just so people know, because I think, I was showing the missus, I think we're going to go to Staples. So the tickets are good to use at Citizens Business Bank. They're good to use at Staples. They're good to use at Honda Center. And if you want to take a little trip, make something romantic with your special person, they're also good at University of California, Santa Barbara. I thought it was San Bernardino, but it's Santa Barbara.
Because when you said San Bernardino, I was like, that is something. I wasn't mad at that. Like Jay said, pardon me, I had to laugh at that.
Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and step out to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have Claremont High School and Coach Tolliver in. So you are listening to IE Sportsnet with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM and the iHeart Media app. We got to talk about the big game, too. Yeah. Cam's victory party.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys. We're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh, no. We'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait. A family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based company.
From Jackie Robinson to John Elway, Southern California is home to many of America's greatest high school athletes. Now you can add to that legacy by voting for your favorites on a new website called SoCalPrepLegends.com. Log on today and vote for the best plays and players from the teams in your area. You'll find everything you need to make your selections, including stories, stats, videos, and more. Show your team spirit and give your players the recognition they deserve. Go to SoCalPrepLegends.com and see the stars of today become the legends of tomorrow.
What's up? This is TJ Ward from the Denver Broncos. You're now tuning to I Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are back at the I Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here. Before I get going, you know, Greg Howler reminded me Valentine's Day is next weekend.
Yes.
Good morning to my Valentine, Miss Brandy Arrington. She said she should be listening. So, you know, and my daughter, I'm her first Valentine.
There it is.
You know, Brianna.
Very good. You know, and I would like to extend mine to mine. And I told her, I said, you know, don't make me call the lawyer. I told her that. I said, you know, you keep on messing up, I'm out there have a conversation with the lawyer and get some, you know, get some documents drafted. No, I'm playing. Happy Valentine's Day to my special lady, to all y'all's out there, man. It's gonna be coming up next weekend. So, I mean,
yes.
You know, so on the 14th, man. So that'd be great. But at any rate, moving right along, we have special guest here in the studio. So that mic is a little loose. I gotta hold it up when you guys talk. So please do us the courtesy of introduce yourself to the IE Sportsnet audience.
My name is Stan Tolliver. I'm head coach of varsity basketball at Claremont High School.
And I'm Harlem Moss. I'm one of the head captains at the Claremont High School basketball.
All right, man. So you guys made the trip. You know, thank you guys so much, man. I know that was a serious trip coming out here. Yes, I don't know if you guys used the gas card, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's a nice little trip from there to here. But so we thank you guys for coming out.
You bet. We appreciate being here.
Certainly. So big win last night, obviously. You guys jumped on Diamond Bar at home, 77-39, which, you know, I tell Coach B often, you know, if I was somebody...
That's a beatdown.
Yeah, somebody was to beat me like that, I'd be out there trying to chase down the bus. But a great win last night. Talk us a little bit about the victory and how you guys approached it.
Yeah, we still fighting in league for position for CIF playoffs, so it was an important game for us. Home game, we wanted to defend our floor. Thought the guys had come out with a good resolve, wanting to take care of business. It was really a team effort. We go 14 deep, so all the guys got an opportunity to get work in. But,
good.
It was really kind of the core guys that got it going. The reserves came in and were able to amplify what we had going on in the game. And so it was a good team win overall.
Indeed.
He sounds better than Byron Scott. I just wanted to say that. I'm a Laker fan to the end. I digress.
Man, this guy right here, he's biased against Kobe and Byron. You know what I mean? I digress. But you brought one of your players here, one of the team captains. So I wanted to talk about him. I know, young man, the regular season is winding down. You know, Claremont, you guys still have a good record, a winning record of 17-7. And you guys now tell us, what league are you guys in now?
We are in the Palomares League.
Palomares League, okay. So from a player's perspective, give us your thoughts on the season.
On the season, to be honest, we started off early, kind of hot. We were doing pretty well. Started off 6-2, doing pretty well going in the league. We got in a little bit of a lull. There's some pretty tough teams in our league, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so right now it's a matter of just getting to a good trend before CIF. 17-7, sitting pretty well. I think over these next couple games, we just need to get in a good group before CIF comes, and I think we have a really good chance of doing pretty well.
Good stuff, Coach B.
And once again, you're listening to IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. Now, Coach, as Eternal mentioned, you guys are having a very, very good year. You're 4-4 overall in league. You had a couple of tough losses against Bonita. I know Ayala has just been coming out. They're having a really, really good season. Now, you're always looking for teachable moments, and like I said, let me just say, I am a Laker fan. I was born a Laker fan. I was born in California. I loved Byron Scott in the 80s and 90s.
There it goes.
But the way you talk, I know you can break down basketball better than Byron.
Oh, man.
So what kind of teachable moments did you have with your team? And first of all, are you a Laker fan?
I am.
Okay, there we go. So now, so just want to make sure. So what teachable moments did you have for your players with the losses that you guys had early in season?
You know, I think you can always learn from a loss. And I think for our guys, it was really the ability to compete for 32 minutes. You know, I thought that from a talent perspective, obviously Ayala is, you know, they're pretty top notch in the area. They're ranked in the entire CIF, and they're ranked number one in our division, and they're number one in our league. But really, you know, in our minds, you know, guys put their pants on one leg at a time.
There it is.
And you got to be able to compete. And so I think, you know, when you can compete, you know, you're fine. And I think that was one of the areas that I thought we learned we have to do, and that we have to stay together. I thought that, you know, there were stretches of all four of those games where we weren't playing together as a unit. And I think going into CIF playoffs, where you're going to see, you know, tough teams, you may be on the road, you're going to be in foreign hostile situations.
Right.
You got to stay together. And I think, if anything, we were able to take that away and know that we can play if we decide we're going to play for 32 minutes and we're going to stay together as a unit.
Makes me want to play.
I was about to say, man, he got me fired up. I'm ready to go ahead and tie up the CrossFits and go out there and see what I can do.
I can get the Reebok pumps.
Yeah, right.
Once again, we're joined by Coach Tolliver and Mr. Moss. His captain from Claremont High School basketball on Fox Sports Radio, I Sportsnet, 1350 AM. Now, Coach, I'm looking at your schedule. You have two teams left on your schedule, Glendora or South Hills, two teams that you've already beat this year. What are your thoughts about those matchups coming up? Either you or actually your captain, either one can go ahead and chime in on that. But what are your thoughts on those games coming up on your schedule?
Well, I'll speak to those first. So Glendora is the next one up. So that's the most important game of the season.
Right. The next one.
Which is the next one. And it's a league contest. Glendora has been a perennial power in the area. They've had some changes. They've got a really good young basketball team. And they've always had great shooters over there. They shoot the ball well. So we've got to go in with the mindset that we've got to defend the three and not give them great opportunities and great looks. South Hills is another team that's a young team trying to find their way. We finish up at league play over there. But in league contests, you can't take anything for granted.
Right.
And, you know, teams scout you. They prepare. They alter the game plan for the second round. So we've just got to be ready to play both of those games. If
you have a coach's clinic, I know Eternal had something to say, but if you have a coach's clinic, just make sure Byron Scott and his staff are there. That's all I want to say.
He said you teach him up something, man. Now, real quick, from a player, I want to ask you just a brief question. Now, tell us something special about your team and maybe some special players on your team.
Damn, about my team? Okay, so I've been on varsity since the end of my freshman year. And,
okay, great. All right, man. Hooping. He's like, I ain't seen no JV. What is JV? What is it?
And I can see a total difference from my freshman year. Like, it's never felt more like a family. And you can see it between the guys. The interactions not only off the court, but on the court.
Good.
And you can see people want to play with each other. And I don't know, it's just been totally different since the past couple years I've been on the team. And I think there's definitely a bright future ahead. And I mean, it's hard not to look at CIF and to focus on the next 2 games. But what you got to do, you got to get in the groove first. And I mean, I'm looking forward to the end of the season, no doubt.
That's a captain right there.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's a captain.
Good man. Well, I tell you what, gentlemen, thank you guys for making the trip out. Obviously, we appreciate you guys dedicating your time to come out and hang out with us this morning. Another thing, man, a big game against Glendora. Best of luck to you guys out there. And please keep in contact with us. Let us know what's going on and let us know the progress of your season.
Well, we appreciate you having us and appreciate you recognizing Claremont basketball. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. And, before you go, I know one thing, if it's okay, Turner.
Please.
I know you wanted to point out some of the players, too, on your team that couldn't make it out. So, Coach, if you can let us know some of the players that have been instrumental in your 17-7 winning record, let me know, Coach.
Yeah, you bet. Well, Harlan Moss here is one of our tri-captains. He's our only senior.
Oh, wow.
So you guys are young.
We've got the whole group coming back next year, kind of led by our point guard, Kyle Scalmanini. He's a 3-year varsity guy.
How long did it take you to get that name down?
It took a couple tries, man. A couple tries, for sure. And he's our leader on the floor. He's our floor general.
Nice.
He makes us go. We've got a great wing player in Davis Haley. Tyler Risher is our big man in the middle, about 6'6", real agile, real active post player. And then Tyler Frazier, small but mighty. He's a tremendous scorer, tremendous player. We've got a good bench as well. Christian
That's
Jordan.
my position. Yeah. That was my position, Coach, the bench.
Coach is like,
I'm getting excited.
Bench in the house. Bench in the house.
Christian Jordan's an up-and-coming sophomore.
Nice.
We got Jason Tu, who's our backup point guard, kind of keeps the engine rolling when Kyle comes out. And then we've got some really elite shooters in Sammy Yagoda and Luke McKay. So
nice.
That's the nucleus of the squad.
There you go. And I'll say this to Harlan. I know you're the captain. I know you haven't played JV, 3-year varsity starter. But be nice to your bench warmers, because people who can't play and get on the court become on-air personalities at Fox Sports Radio.
All of a sudden,
So just be nice to them. So I'm just saying, in 20 years.
They don't want to hit you with the Skip Bayless.
In 20 years, they'll be on the radio show. So just be nice to them. So we definitely appreciate you, Coach, coming out, like we said, so early in the morning. I know you want to talk about your team, so I appreciate you taking the moment to say that. But make sure, Coach, the second annual Inland Valley Basketball All-Star Classic is coming, and I know Harlan's a senior, so we would love to see him in that game.
Yes.
It's going to be the second annual, the best of the best from San Bernardino County playing that game over at A.B. Miller, where Coach Romanelli is. He coaches Romanelli, I, myself, and Eternal. We put that game together, so we got to see some Claremont kids on that roster.
Be great.
Well, I appreciate you guys bringing that back. That was an event that used to go on in the late 90s and early 2000s, and it kind of fell off. So I appreciate you guys re-engaging that event. That's an awesome event for the young guys in
Yes,
Thank you so much. We're just stewards of the game. It was Coach Rome that spearheaded that. He brought us along on the ride. So we appreciate it. And Rome coached in the game. I think he played in the game. So we love doing it for San Bernardino County. Eternal's a Riverside guy.
Yes.
But we make San Bernardino County shine with that game.
Indeed.
He grits his teeth when but we make him come along. Ramona Ram.
Indeed.
Graduate over here. But
yes, indeed.
We make him come along for the ride. So, but once again, thank you so much. Once again, Claremont basketball coach Tolliver. We have his captain Harlan in the house. You're listening to I Sportsnet with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM, the iHeartMedia app. And coming up soon, we have one of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters calling us in.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room, weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based company.
From Jackie Robinson to John Elway, Southern California is home to many of America's greatest high school athletes. Now you can add to that legacy by voting for your favorites on a new website called SoCalPrepLegends.com. Log on today and vote for the best plays and players from the teams in your area. You'll find everything you need to make your selections, including stories, stats, videos, and more. Show your team spirit and give your players the recognition they deserve. Go to SoCalPrepLegends.com and see the stars of today become the legends of tomorrow.
This is Ryan Kelly with the LA Lakers. And this is I Sportsnet.
Let me see you go back.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
we
he
are back.
Party.
We are back right here live in the studio, man. It's IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here. I tell you right now, Greg Holler, my daughter's Sweet 16 is coming up. I think I found my DJ.
Right? You know what I mean? And the party's going to be for us. It ain't really going to be for them. You know? We're going to be over there with the foam cups.
We're going to be that's what I'm saying. Remember you all had a party and you was a kid and your relatives just always like, this is my party.
Right, exactly. They over there like, hey, what's going on?
And then nobody wants to leave till 3 a.m.
Right, exactly. You got to kick everybody out. But, yeah, no, great thing going on, man. We're right here live in the studio, man. And I wanted to go over, man, because it was a couple of some huge games last night.
And you can find them on IESportsnet.com.
Exactly. You go to iSportsnet, IESportsnet.com, and you'll be able to find all the scores that were going on. But without further ado, so real quick, you had Cajon Cowboys. They played Rev, and Cajon, man, laid it on them, man, 78-47. And then you had the number one team, the number one team, that's Chino Hills Huskies. They played the Upland Highlanders, and boy, Chino Hills, those Ball brothers came out to play it again. 99-71 over the Upland Highlanders. Chino Hills still remains undefeated. Also, you had the Redlands Terriers, and they played Citrus Valley, and took a L, man. Citrus Valley came up real big, 54-46. Also, you had Etiwanda in a huge game against Damon, and Damon, man, really showed up again. The Spartans taking down the Eagles 61-50. And then also in the High Desert, folks, you can't forget about them. We had Hesperia Scorpions taking down the Oak Hill Bulldogs 49-33.
Right, absolutely. And you know, the one thing we talked to Rome, is that Chino Hills had their biggest test.
Yes.
And they went ahead and pulled it out. And you said they may play that team another 2 or 3 times.
I heard. Well, from what we're hearing is that they have some other games, some special, these one-off little tournaments that they like to have. And I heard that they have a couple other meetings and that's Bishop Montgomery, who gave them all they can handle. But again, Chino Hills, man, looks really, really good right now. They're on a hot streak.
And then one thing too, you broke down the high school basketball scores. If you go to IESportsnet.com, if you're on your desktop, look in the right corner, you'll see scores. If you're on your mobile device, scroll down to the bottom. Can we give some love to soccer?
Oh, please do.
Because the Inland Valley Soccer Classic
is coming up.
Will be coming too. So the Ontario Jaguars beat Altaloma Braves 4-1. Chaffee Tigers beat the Colony Titans 4-1. Rev beat Cajon Cowboys 4-2, and then Citrus Valley beat the Redland Terriers 4-1. So I think we have a call.
Yeah, it looks like we have a caller. We need to go ahead and get to this phone call. Caller, you're live on the air. Introduce yourself to the IE Sportsnet audience, please.
This is Anthony Buckets Blake of the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what, sir? Thank you so much for making yourself available on this bright Saturday morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, man, doing well, sir, doing well. So, hey, man, we're really, glad you guys are going to be making it out to the West Coast, making this trip. Maybe you guys can kind of talk about what's going to be happening with the Harlem Globetrotters, because, again, you guys have a series of games going to be happening. So maybe you guys can kind of give us a little background on Harlem Globetrotters and also what's going to be taking place in the next couple of weeks here.
Oh, well, this is our 90th anniversary tour. We're so excited to, be a part of a team that's touched so many lives, has been, we got icons that have trailblazed for us. You got Marcus Haynes, you got Goose Tatum, you got Meadowlark Lemon, and me as a player is very, very important for me to, not only honor to put on the uniform, but to be able to walk in the likes of those guys. But when we come to play in the Ontario area, we're going to be in San Diego, we're going to be in LA in the next couple of weeks. You all are going to see some amazing dunks. A lot of my teammates have been asked if they're jumping off of trampolines. No, we do not use trampolines. It's God-given talent. Guys are doing dunks that you've never seen in an NBA slam dunk competition before. You're also going to see some trick shots from far away from the basket, close to the basket, maybe even from the seat next to you in the stand. I've been fortunate enough to be in Guinness Book of World Records with at least 7 or 8 of my teammates.
Wow, man, that's nice.
And now one thing that I want to talk about, it's one thing that's exciting about the Harlem Globetrotters, and we were talking about this early in the show. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, and I remember growing up watching you guys on Scooby-Doo and always seeing you on the Worldwide of Sports. The one thing about the Globetrotters, you guys are cutting edge, and I know there's always some exciting rules changes. Like you guys, when I went there last year, you guys had a 4-point shot. What other exciting things can we look for?
Oh, well, besides the 4-point shot, we still made the 4-point shot. Let me get into that a little bit. It's we implemented that into the game of basketball in 2010, and also we still have put together and revolutionized the hook shot. Meadowlark Lemon and Goose Tatum used to take that hook shot. Well, my teammate Nate Big Easy Lofton knocks it down with consistency as well. But not only that, we brought our women back to the game. We were the first all-men sports team to have a woman play.
Wow.
In 1985, Lynette Woodard set the tone. She was a Kansas Jayhawk, a college All-American, academic All-American, most importantly, kids. Nice. And also she won a gold medal on the U.S. Olympics women's team. So besides that, because of her, actually, there's been 13 women in our history. 3 of those 13 are currently on the team now. And so you guys are going to get a chance to see Fatima TNT Maddox, who dribbles the ball just as good as Curly did back in the day. And, hats off to the young ladies who are aspiring basketball players. Here's another outlet for them. It was the WNBA or Europe, and now they got the Globetrotters to look forward to if that's something that they want to do. So we're definitely innovators and trendsetters.
That's amazing. And once again, we have Bucket Blakes from the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters calling into Fox Sports Radio on IE Sportsnet. Now, I'm looking at your bio. So you grew up in Phoenix, right?
Yes, sir. The Valley of the Sun.
A Phoenix Suns fan. So I see it says this is funny about you. It says your first experience with basketball is you cut your dad's hat and flipped it over and shot a tennis ball through. Hopefully it was a Phoenix hat that you destroyed and not like a Lakers hat. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? You're right. It was a Phoenix hat, but it was the city of Phoenix hat that he worked for the city of Phoenix. So you know, it had the city logo on there.
There you go.
And that's what got me in trouble.
I hear.
But now I made up for it. He get all the hats he want now.
There you go. You can buy him another Phoenix hat. And then, you know, go ahead. Good. I'm sorry.
No, I said exactly. But, yeah, I asked my parents for a Nerf hoop. And, you know, at 5 years old, you know, you want that instant gratification. You know, it took them 15 minutes to figure out whether they're going to give me one or not. But by that time, I already had his hat, and I had my grandma's scissors.
There you go. and, you know, like we said early on, if someone lived under a rock, maybe they don't know who the Harlem Globetrotters are. But like you said, this is the 90th year. I mean, the Harlem Globetrotters are huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What has it been like? I mean, you guys have played. I mean, is there a continent the Harlem Globetrotters have not played on? What has that experience been like?
Well, I don't. You know what? To be honest, I don't know how many continents there are. I know we played on 6 of them. Personally, I've been to 79 countries, but our team has been to 122 countries and territories in our 90-year history.
Nice.
But what it's been like for me, and knowing that, you know, I'm following in the likes and footsteps of the Curly Neals and the Meadowlark Lemons and Marcus Haynes and all those guys and Geese Osby. It's been a great experience to be able to go somewhere. You know, I said I've been in 79 countries. I don't speak 79 languages, but laughter is universal.
Right.
You know, so we make
exactly.
each other laugh, and that's why the people love the Globetrotters. We used to play for an all-white crowd at one part of the day, then an all-black crowd at one part of the day when the Globetrotters started.
Right.
Eventually, whites on one side, blacks on the other. Now it's an integrated crowd, and the only color that matters is the red, white, and blue on that basketball. You know,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
It's been pretty cool to be a part of a team that's changed the world so much. You know, and I went to Meadowlark Lemon's funeral, and you know, I seen video of you know, him, and he sat down with emperors, kings, queens, popes, and then they show him, you know, in a video with just your everyday citizen, blue collar, hard working.
Right.
And the thing that I took from it is he was no different with all of those world leaders than he was with the average person, and that's what it's all about.
Nice. Yeah, that. Well, you know, again, kudos to you, sir. I just want to say thank you so much, man, for keeping the tradition alive. We're talking to we're here. We're going to be with the world famous Harlem Globetrotters. Again, they're going to be in the city.
Blake's on the line.
Yes, man, right here live in the studio. Right here live on air, with us. And again, you guys are going to be at Citizens Business Bank Arena on February 20th. They're also going to be at the Honda Center on the 13th and 14th. UC Santa Barbara on the 17th, and then making that final stop at the legendary Staples Center on the 21st. Now,
Home of the Lakers.
Yeah, yes, sir. Now, sir, real quick, if you could just kind of, you know, again, for the folks that are just now tuning in, if you could kind of just let the audience know what they're going to be in store for when the Harlem Globetrotters come to town.
Oh, man, so it's our 90th anniversary. We're celebrating that by not only showing you Globetrotter-style basketball with a lot of highlight dunks, a lot of trick shots, a lot of crowd participation, but we also going to wear some throwback uniforms that those guys wore so long ago. I'm talking about the short shorts, the tight jerseys. Yeah, we got the long striped socks. Hey, I've been working on my legs, too, so y'all going to appreciate me. But, no, our fans are going to be excited. And you know what? We practice an hour and 30 minutes before every single game to make sure we're as perfect as possible, because you never know whose first Harlem Globetrotter game is going to be.
Right.
And, you know, these kids have heard the stories from their aunts, uncles, you know, grandparents, and they want to be wild, too, so we are ready to do that.
Yeah, and I'll say, like I said earlier on, last year was my first – I'm 40. Last year was my first Harlem Globetrotter game, and I was not disappointed. It was still the same as – I remember being a kid watching the Worldwide of Sports and just watching you guys play. So it is amazing. You know, they told me at first when Eddie told me, I thought you guys were going to be in the studio, so I got ready. I was ready to cross you up and dunk on you. But, you know, I figured, you know, I'll go easy on you. You know.
Man, you ought to see this guy. This guy reeks of Bengay right now. He ain't gonna do nothing but take a picture.
Yeah. So, you know what? Matter of fact, they got some new stuff out. It's not called being gay, but I'm going to figure it out. I have my trainer give them some before the game.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you this. If you guys ever have tryouts for bench warmers, look me up, because that was my position in high school, and I'm ready. I mean, not everybody can be a star on the court like you, but I'm ready. You know? So,
hey, we've been working on these cooling towels for the bench warmers to keep your butt cool.
There you go. Keep your butt cool. Well, we definitely appreciate you calling in. Buckets, Blake. And you know what? Do me a favor. We're in Southern California. Say what's up to Mike Bibby. I know that's one of your buddies, correct?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yeah,
we definitely
used to kill us.
Yeah, when he was with the Kings.
Man, he used to murder the Lakers.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's my dude, man. He worked his butt off. We used to put up so many shots together. I had to beg him to leave the gym.
That guy's he's a talent, and that shows right there. That shows that's why I ended up making that transition, man. That the hard work pays off. But I tell you what, sir, man, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate you. We're excited to see you guys in the next couple of weeks here. And we're going to be giving away some tickets to the great people out here that's in the great Inland Empire here in California. But again, sir, thank you so much for making yourself available this morning.
Oh, no problem. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
You
Yes,
too.
sir,
One and only Buckets Blake, world famous Harlem Globetrotters. First, you get me in the Eternal. First, you get me in the show.
Yeah.
Now you get me talking to a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah. Hey. That's what we do here, man.
On I Sportsnet.
I Sportsnet. So we'll be giving away some tickets here when we come back. But I guess we got to go pay some bills real quick.
There you
Coach
go.
B.
I was ready to play, though. You know what I'm saying? So you're listening to IE Sportsnet with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM and the iHeartMedia app.
Thanks.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Protexxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room, weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based company.
From Jackie Robinson to John Elway, Southern California is home to many of America's greatest high school athletes. Now you can add to that legacy by voting for your favorites on a new website called SoCalPrepLegends.com. Log on today and vote for the best plays and players from the teams in your area. You'll find everything you need to make your selections, including stories, stats, videos, and more. Show your team spirit and give your players the recognition they deserve. Go to SoCalPrepLegends.com and see the stars of today become the legends of tomorrow.
Los Angeles Lakers. This is Xavier Henry from the LA Lakers. You're listening to I Sportsnet.
Yes, we are back at I Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. Right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here. Shout out to Aisha, wherever she is. You know, you got the ABC in the background.
Doing that. Big shout out to my man Punch in the house. Yo, it's going down. So, Coach B, you know, well, we've been talking about this, man. Look, it's the IE Sportsnet. We have a lot of stuff coming up. Coach B, you want to get into some of the stuff we got coming up, please?
Some of the events we got coming up. I know this month we're going to be doing the Inland Empire Skills Camp out at Canyon Spring. Well, we won't be hosting it. You know, IE Sportsnet is going to be doing an appearance. You know, every once in a while we got to look at our calendar. You know, we got to get back to the community.
Guaranteed, man. We're really going to be excited about that. Our good friend of the show, Coach Anthony from Cali Elite, will be out there. And again, that's going to be taking place at Canyon Springs High School.
Absolutely. And we're excited because one of the, you know, the thing that started off the Inland, you know, we just had the Inland Valley Football Classic. It just passed. Big game. We want to thank everybody that was a part of that game. Coach Zayala over at Kaiser.
Yep.
Coach Jesse Cisneros over at Chino Hills. Coach Rome, A.B. Miller that helped put that together. Mayor Aquanetta Warren, the Fontana PD. Great game. But the thing that started it, that got this whole ball, because we had the Volleyball Classic. Well, the thing that got this all started was the Inland Valley Basketball Classic. And that's going to be, we have an official date.
Yes.
It's going to be Sunday, April 17th over at A.B. Miller, the second annual Inland Valley All-Star Classic. The best players from San Bernardino, Cali. And you know Coach Tolliver from Claremont, you know, he had nothing but good things to say about it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Great event.
Anytime you got people from Claremont, you know, talking favorably about it, that's something good. And again, obviously, kudos to Coach Rome, Coach Romanelli over at A.B. Miller. Has just been doing a really good job about making sure that not only do we have skilled players, that we have also players that are performing well in the classroom that are associated with the game.
The Inland Valley Soccer Classic is going to be made. We don't have an exact date. And then we're going to be doing the second annual IE Sportsnet 7-on-7 Classic.
Right.
Just talked to our guy Hector over at the city of Fontana. We have a date on that. The 7-on-7 is going to be on the 11th. It's going to be a Saturday.
Exactly.
So the 7-on-7, 16 of the best high schools in San Bernardino County will be out and about, coming in and doing that thing. So it's going to be a really good game. We're excited about that. And Eternal, he's so important. He decides to mid-show that he needs to take a phone call. But, you know, this is good. This is all about me. We don't need this guy anyway. So it's all good. So we're pretty excited about that. We have that coming up. And then we have, of course, we have some great events coming up with Cali Elite. We're doing an event with them almost every single month. But I'm excited about that basketball classic. Our guy Hollis from Claremont, it's got to be in that game, man. I mean, if you are a senior,
yes,
and you have never seen JV, you know, you played 3 years of varsity, you got to be in that game.
You got to be in the game. So, hey, that's kudos, man. So, yeah, it's going to, hey, look, what's going down, man. It's IE Sportsnet, and really excited about that. It's going to be the second annual Inland Valley Basketball Classic, the All-Star game for San Bernardino County.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know what? Another thing.
And just a quick note.
Oh, go ahead.
It's co-ed, so it's boys and girls.
Exactly.
That's the big thing I'm really excited about.
Yes, we have a boys game and we have a girls game. The volleyball classic is going to be. I'm shooting way out. The volleyball classic is in December of this year, but we already have the date. MLK weekend for 2017. The Inland Valley second football classic will be on the 15th of January next year. So the game we're not going to spill the beans right now. But we did our planning committee meeting.
Yes.
And the things that we're going to do during that game.
Yeah, very exciting stuff.
San Bernardino County ain't ready.
Very exciting stuff, man. And again, it's all because we've been getting an enormous amount of support from the community. So again, we're extremely thankful from all the support we've been getting.
Shout out to all the kids who did National Signing Day. That was a big thing. We planned on doing this. This would have been our third National Signing Day. Some things happened and we weren't able to pull it off. But we will be back next year doing our National Signing Day special. Even bigger and better. We're to the point now where we're turning on an eye. Like, if we can't do it right,
we won't do it.
We're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So some of the things happened, some challenges happened last minute that we just couldn't pull off. So we decided it was best for us just not to do it this year. And we had a lot of coaches, and that was the surprising thing. We had a lot of coaches hit us up, and they were really excited about doing that National Signing Day. But it just we couldn't pull it off this year. But we'll make sure we do it next year because we want to do it right for everybody out there.
Indeed. But that's one of the things that I've been extremely applauding our efforts of making sure that we do quality events, and when we do them, the time is invested.
Absolutely. And then we got to talk. So tomorrow we got to talk about this. The big game,
yes.
Cam Newton's victory party. Watch me dab. Cam Newton's victory. I'll tell you this, Turner. I'm torn. I am torn because I think the best quarterback of my generation is Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I really do.
I'd say Mike Vick, but okay.
Like I said, Peyton Manning. Because I would say this. I think the luxury that Tom Brady has had is he's been in, I'm not saying he's a system quarterback, but he's played in a very consistent offense. He's had Bill Belichick as pretty much the offensive coordinator.
Right.
So he's had him his entire career. Because if you look at it, Jordan never won without Phil Jackson.
Right.
Kobe never won without Phil Jackson.
Right.
So there is something to say about a system and having someone in place. If you put Peyton Manning on that New England Patriots team, he wins 5 ships. So I think that and one thing I don't like as well is why is when Peyton Manning, why is he always playing in New England? It seems like he was always playing out there, and it's uncomfortable. I don't care how long you play football, how long cold is cold.
Cold is cold. Yeah, and it's to me, I'm a Peyton fan. I like Peyton. The only thing that kind of disenfranchises me about Peyton is he's so scripted. Even the thing he did when they won the championship, when he got the passing title, he coordinated that in the locker room before the game, where they were trying to keep the ball away from him. I mean, to me, I was just
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just the most corniest thing. I was like, "Are you serious?" And Peyton's good for that. And that, to me, that's kind of cornball. But outside of that, you can't deny the guy. He's coming in. He's a hard worker. He's a professional. He does it the right way. It comes from obviously from a storied family.
Right. The first family of football.
Yeah, without a doubt. So he's worked his butt off to get to where he's at. Here's the other side of the coin.
Tell me about it. Let's hear it.
The other side of the coin is you got Cam Newton, and
the future,
and it's just really unfortunate. You see Cam Newton getting a lot of flack that he's been getting throughout this last Super Bowl. You saw some of the reporters kind of like they're talking to him, just really. To me, you wouldn't have that kind of conversation with a Peyton Manning.
Right.
So it's like the respect level at some of these reporters during Super Bowl. This is trying to get like a story going. To me, is a little pathetic. Again, I think Cam Newton is deserved of being treated as a professional because hey, at the end of the day, he worked and got there.
Right.
He's there. So I mean, there's nothing when you had Trent Dilfer as a quarterback who to me he was what I would consider a system quarterback, wasn't that talented,
right?
But he was there
from Fresno State. And the one thing about Cam Newton, and I'll say this, it reminds you, I was born in 75, so I don't really remember 79 when Magic first came into the league. But you think about it, the average point guard when Magic came out was 6'1", 6'2".
Totally changed the game.
And you had some guy 6'9". Could you imagine a center essentially playing point guard?
Right.
And Cam Newton, when they match him up, he's bigger than most linebackers and tight ends.
Yeah, and that's the and when you take that into a football account, that's what creates the big matchup.
How do you have someone 6'5", 250, 260 coming downhill? Are you going to hit that?
Right. Well, see, the big up to their offensive coordinator, who's probably going to be getting some coaching nods coming up here soon, because they have crafted something very special. Last 14 games, 100-yard rusher, each of those 14 games consistently. Consecutively, excuse me. So they have something going on there, and I think that's why they've been winning football games, because they keep short distance third downs.
Right.
By just really running the football efficiently. And you can just, Cam Newton, if he falls forward, that's 3 yards.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's it. All I have to do is just fall forward. That's 3 yards right there. So they do a really, really good job of keeping short distance third downs. Obviously got one of the better tight ends in the game with Greg Olsen. You got that new, a lot of, they're not talking about this kid, but because, Calvin Benjamin obviously got hurt earlier in the year. And they haven't had a drop off because my man, that kid Funches out of Michigan, the tall kid, So again, they got a lot of players.
And in that corner,
Newman.
Yes.
Yeah. So
a lockdown. You haven't heard about Revis because you heard about that guy.
Exactly. And then big up. I gotta say this. Big up to also to the Broncos. We have our guy Bolden, Omar Bolden, who's out there. Who's actually he's from Ontario Colony.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So big up to him. He's out there. He's doing a really, really good job. He's returning kicks, playing special teams and playing defense. I think he plays in the nickel, so big up to him. So the Broncos got a good, they got a good defense. But again, they're talking about Von Miller and DeMarco Murray.
Who Cam Newton's bigger than.
But again, they're talking about, these guys blitzing. Cam Newton's not going to be throwing the ball a lot. They're going to be running the ball down their throat. So
Cam Newton runs a 4.243. Those lines. But here's the thing about it. He runs a 4.243 and he's that big. I mean, so you don't want to blitz him.
Right.
You want to keep him in. If you're going to beat them, you want to keep him in the pocket.
Yep.
And Cam Newton's accurate.
Right.
But I would make him beat me with the pass.
Without a doubt.
You don't want to allow him to do anything other than that.
Right. Yeah, because if you start blitzing him and he starts shooting those gaps, it could be a long day. And that's the thing I would say about it. Last time you saw Peyton Manning playing against a quarterback with that kind of dynamic or play with that kind of system, you see they suffered.
Right.
They suffered greatly, mightily in that. And that's what I think is going to happen here with Peyton Manning, because right now his arm strength isn't there.
Not at all.
So if you press him, if you press those receivers and you make him have to wait a little bit, that could be bad news for Peyton Manning as well.
Right. Because, going back to our coaching days, and, I had Brian II as my quarterback.
No doubt.
And the one thing that a defense, you just don't account for is the quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
So when you're scheming, you can have someone try to spy them. But Cam Newton, like I said, runs a 4.243.
Yeah, who's going to spy that guy?
And there's no linebacker that runs a 4.243.
Yeah.
So you can spy him all you want. But like you said, here's the thing, and this is what people don't realize in football. Every play is not designed to get a touchdown.
Right.
What you want is 3 to 5 yards every play.
Yep.
That's all you want.
Yeah, you want to make easy third downs.
Nickel and diamond all the way. But I tell you right now, this is the crystal ball. The crystal ball. Drum roll. Can we get a drum roll? I'm gonna give them right now.
So people, for all your betting people out there,
so
Coach B is gonna go ahead and break it out.
Final score. Now, in turn, you can give your final score again.
No doubt.
I got a blowout. Carolina Panthers 45-23.
Wow.
I got a blowout. What you got?
Okay. Eternal's going to go ahead and break this down real quick. Cam, dab on him. Watch me dab. Newton against Peyton, coordinated, sophisticated Manning, is going to be 35-18.
Cam's victory party.
Cam.
So we both got Cam Newton.
Yep.
We both got, I thought about this. I know we're talking about Cam, but we forgot about the national holiday that happened Thursday. The national holiday, your USC Trojans defeated to a sold-out crowd at Galen Center. And you have the correct music on, Mr. Greg Holler from 99.1. Your USC Trojans led by the Etiwanda Eagle himself.
Yep.
Point guard, Jordan McLaughlin. USC defeats UCLA 80-61 to sweep the season series. And to me, that is, you heard it here first again, that is a Sweet 16 team. Yes, indeed. Sweet 16 over there at the Galen Center.
Exactly. And you know what? Hey, USC is playing lights out. Normally UCLA, they've been the perennial power.
They're the basketball school, right?
They're the basketball school. But not no more.
Nope.
The crimson and gold is coming to play.
Yep.
And that's nothing to me. Jesus Christ.
And you know, the funny thing is that when they picked up the coach, he was at Florida Gulf Coast, I think it was, and they were like a dunking team,
right?
And when they hired him, Pat Hayden, who's retiring this year, when they hired him, I was like, man, how do you let Ben Howland get out of LA? Because remember, Ben Howland, UCLA let him go,
right?
And he went to what was it, 2 or 3 consecutive national championship games. I was like, how do you let that guy get out of LA that knows LA, can recruit LA, right? And what better way to upset UCLA than to bring him over? But I'm glad Pat Hayden is gone.
Yeah, indeed, me too. But one of the big things is, as you said, that coach from Florida Gulf Coast. You got to remember that year they were like the Cinderella team. So he's no slouch.
Lightning in a bottle.
Yep. So we got to get ready to get out of here. Thank big up to we will be giving away these tickets here after the show. We have a couple of
find us on Twitter, Instagram at IE Sportsnet.
Yes.
We're going to be doing some things with them.
Indeed, we'll be having, so you guys can kind of check the status on those. Big shout out to my man Greg Holler, my man Punch in the house, and again, thanks to my man from the Harlem Globetrotters calling in. Claremont basketball, it's going down, man.
Coach Tolliver. So you have been listening to IE Sportsnet with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM and the iHeartMedia app, IESportsnet.com.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.